Picture this. A doctor has rushed to the side of an elderly man called Mr. Bailey. His skin is yellow, eyes are red, and he's coughing up blood. The doctor takes one look and asks him, "Why didn't you call me earlier?" Mr. Bailey waves his hand dismissively. "You're missing the big picture, Doc. Mostly I feel fine. I mean, there's crushing pain down my left side, but my right side is perfectly okay, and my eczema from last month has cleared up." Immediately, the doctor calls an ambulance, whereupon Mr. Bailey exclaims, "Ambulance? How melodramatic. I see you're more of a glass half empty doctor. I prefer to focus on the positives," he gasps, and then passes out. If you're so sick that a doctor has come out to see you, you do not tell them everything that is right with you. That's not why they've come. You tell a doctor everything that's wrong with you. And your sickness does not keep you from the doctor. Your sickness qualifies you for the doctor. This is vital to understand as we consider the idea that humans are born into a sinful human condition. Jesus said, "It is not the healthy who need a doctor, it's the sick. I have not come to call the righteous, but sinners." Jesus is here calling himself a doctor for the spiritually unwell. He is for sinners. Therefore, pretending to be good in the presence of Jesus is like pretending to be healthy in the presence of a doctor. Instead of insisting on all that's right with us, we should own all that's wrong. The issue we are exploring in this video is the fact that the Bible calls all of us spiritually sick. We are born into a human condition that is distorted and dysfunctional. Some people in the world are a spiritual version of Mr. Bailey. They pretend that all is well, but they are self-deceived. The reason the spiritual doctor has been called is that all of us are in trouble. From the very beginning of our lives, every member of the human family shares in the family traits of Adam. That's something we've been looking at in 321. All of us have suspicion, selfishness, slavery, self-justification, and screw-ups. In other words, no one has a clean bill of spiritual health. At this point, many start to sound like Mr. Bailey. We protest and we say, "Oh, don't be so melodramatic. Mostly, I'm fine. My right side is perfectly okay." We point to the good things about humans in general and about ourselves in particular. And the spiritual doctor can agree that yes, there are many things that are going right in your life. But the hard truth that we must all face is that there are some things that are not right. And those things are fatal. Everyone accepts this fact when it comes to our biology. I was born into the world with a certain genetic code, and that code has included a bunch of diseases, disabilities, and dysfunctions. More than this, I am genetically predisposed to an even larger range of illnesses and conditions. And between these many ticking time bombs, one of them will probably kill me. That's life. And the Bible is simply saying that this is true spiritually as well as physically. It's not that I'm biologically imperfect, but spiritually pristine. I am as much of a mixed bag morally as I am health-wise. My health struggles will be different to yours. Maybe I'm predisposed to heart disease while you're vulnerable to kidney failure. In the same way, my moral struggles will be different to yours. Maybe I'm more tempted to pride and you're more tempted to greed. But we all have a faulty condition and we all need the doctor. Sometimes this teaching is called original sin, but really the emphasis is on universal sin. It's everyone's problem. In a very individualized Western culture, this idea often strikes our ears as outrageous because we love the idea that we've chosen our identities rather than being born into them. We tell ourselves stories in terms of what we choose to watch or read or listen to, where we choose to live, what we choose to study, where we choose to work. But actually, I didn't choose where I was born or when. I didn't choose my DNA, my family, my circumstances, my schooling, and all those things have shaped me more than any of my individual choices. The older I get, the more I realize we are profoundly shaped by our families, sometimes in inescapable ways. But once I accept this, it's amazing to know that none of this keeps us from Jesus. It qualifies us. In fact, because we are spiritually sick sinners, the whole world is qualified for the doctor's care. This is a liberating truth. It stops us being a spiritual Mr. Bailey, coughing up blood but denying our illness. Original sin encourages us to get real with the dysfunctions of our lives. It means that we can own those dysfunctions because there's good news. The doctor will see you.